Japan built a wall so massive that most people on Earth have never heard of it. It is taller than a 4-story building. It runs 400 kilometers along the coast. It cost $12 billion, and it exists because of a single hour in 2011 that killed thousands of people. But here is what almost nobody talks about. Some engineers now warn that if this wall ever fails, it could make the next disaster far worse than the one it was built to stop. On the 11th of March 2011, right off the coast of Japan, the ocean floor tore open and moved 50 meters in about 3 minutes. That sudden movement pushed a huge amount of ocean water toward the land. And what reached the shore was not a wave, like the ones you see at the beach. It was a solid wall of black water, in some places 40 meters high, taller than a 13-story building. It arrived in about 30 minutes, and everything in its path was destroyed. Japan already had seawalls. Around 90% of them failed that day. Even the world's largest breakwater, which cost $1.6 billion, was destroyed in seconds, and it broke in a way nobody expected. The water did not smash through the front of it. Instead, it rose over the top, poured down the backside, and slowly washed away the ground underneath. Without ground to stand on, the wall simply collapsed. That single detail became the biggest lesson in modern Japanese engineering. So Japan started again, and this time everything was different. But first, an uncomfortable truth is that this wall was never designed to stop another 2011-sized wave, because nothing could stop it. It is built to slow the water, buy time, and save lives. Most of the wall is not even visible. Only about 14 meters shows above ground. The rest is buried because the real battle happens underneath. Engineers ran computer models of the wall 200 times before placing a single stone. No two sections of this wall are the same. It stands taller where the coast is open to the sea, and lower inside bays where the land already blocks some of the waves. The ground underneath changes too, from soft mud to sand to solid rock, so the base had to be built differently in each place. And in some sections, that base sits 25 meters below sea level. Divers had to go down and guide 5-ton boulders into position by hand, underwater in the same ocean that had just destroyed the entire coastline. The tide gave them only about 4 hours of working time each day before the water pushed them out. More than 440 separate construction teams worked at once. If even one had gone bankrupt mid-build, a gap would have opened in the wall. But a wall cannot be solid all the way across. Roads and rivers have to pass through it. So the wall has 443 gates, and every one of those gates is a weak point. If even one fails to close, the water gets through. So the moment sensors detect an earthquake, the gates start shutting automatically without anyone pressing a button. They have about 70 seconds to seal completely, because that is all the time there is before the water arrives. When a magnitude 7.4 earthquake struck during testing, all 443 gates closed at once, and the wall came through with 0 cracks. Now, an interesting point is that not everyone wanted this wall. In many coastal towns, people can no longer see the ocean from their own homes. Communities that lived beside the sea for generations now live behind a concrete horizon. Some residents say it feels like being walled into a prison. Others say they sleep peacefully for the first time in years. Today, people cycle along the top of it. They walk their dogs. They run every morning. Japan built it to buy a few extra minutes, because in a tsunami, minutes are the difference between a town that survives and a town that disappears.